here we are once more at St Stephen's Chapel, and it's quite dark in here, which I'm pretty sure will be conveyed on this camera, but I thought it would be nice to show you the interior. And this, of course, is where we spotted the ghost. So while I'm actually standing, we walk over to the spot. We have a doorway here, and that's where we saw the hand coming through and beckoning what looked like two other shapes to follow through. And one is here. We'd probably just say hello in the shadow.
Hello.
One thing you didn't see was the balcony. It's very noisy here today. There's a generator going next door, and I haven't got a clue why they're running it. You can probably hear it. So up here we have a gallery. And the gallery gives us this view across the floor of the chapel. And of course this is the location where King Edmund was crowned king, and I think he was the last of the truly English kings, or tribal kings anyway. Just go here, you've got a nice leaded window, and out there you can see probably through here the generator. Anyway, let's go back downstairs, give you a feel of this ancient place. Again, apologies for the light, but it's not a very bright day today. And here you have the effigies. You can feel an energy in this place. It's very, very prevalent. Can you smell a perfume in here? I can. Very strong. I can understand why they wanted to preserve this. This is just a very important building, isn't it? And the base stonework which they painted in.
Yes. Was this your last one?
That was the lady who bought the building and saved it.
Was it your last one?
Yes, it's been here all the time. It's been here since 1939. Just let Poppy off the lead momentarily. She can't do any harm or damage here, but she's very, very excited. She's just walking around in circuit, isn't she? She's doing a poppy circuit. Look at that light coming through those windows. It is absolutely magnificent. Here she comes again. Just take us for a walk down here. Oops. So solemn and quiet, aren't they? Sadly, their bodies, which are associated with these carvings, are no longer here. Well, when they moved this here from Earl's Cone, the bodies were left behind. But I wonder sometimes whether the spirit that was attached to these carvings is actually here. I'll look down at Poppy. What is it, Poppy? I think she's just generally excited. So there you have it, folks. A brief wander round with the action camera to give you an overview of the church, or St Stephen's Chapel, which is probably one of the most remarkable chapels I've ever been to. I think partly because of the tombs that have been brought here, but also because of the ambience and the history that's associated with it. And again, these were originally holding the bodies of knights. That's the cover of one night, I think the earliest one. That was the cover that went over this stone. And this was recovered, I believe, in somebody's garden some years ago and brought here. It's quite tragic what happened at Colne Priory, because there was a separate vault for the members of the Earls of Oxford family who were interred there over the centuries, and at some point in history the whole site had become desecrated, with some of the remains being scattered across the estate and still being found today, and these few survivors, which were kept in a small chamber, but later brought here in 1936, where I think actually they're probably much better at rest here than they were at their old home. And it's all down to the work of an artist, I can't remember her name. Old Badcock, Isabel Badcock, and I believe a man by the name of Colonel Probert, who were the two people, they were both related to each other, who were the two people that instigated the preservation of this beautiful chapel and the installation of these tombs. What do you think of this place? It's lovely, isn't it? Eh?
It is unique, yes.
And what kind of feeling does it give
It's
you?
very isolated. It's a peaceful feeling.
Yeah.
It's no, I don't feel any sadness, or it's just peaceful.
Peaceful, yeah.
It's nothing aggressive.
But very spiritual.
I think so.
So what we're going to do now, we're going to leave this building. There's not much more we can do here. And we are going to walk out, and I'm going to show you around the grounds of the estate. And you might, with this camera, unfortunately it's not that good in the distance, but you might see the Bures dragon in situ. Okay, let's go. Oh, the wild boar, yeah. Minus its head.
Minus its head.
Yeah, because it's some big... Oh, you're in the way of it, honey.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You can just see it, but again, its head is missing, sadly.
And those are two angels on both of the cushions.
Like
Here,
cherubs,
hold
yeah.
it. Look. There's the hand of one
Yeah.
of them. Look at the detail.
It's beautiful carving, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's hope people can see this.
And someone TR carved this name.
Oh yeah, I
in
bet there's a lot of graffiti on,
1749.
yeah, there's a lot of graffiti on these ruins. Anyway, let's go outside and let's have a look at the exterior. You better put it back on the lead, yeah. Probably has a thing about going wild. Okay, we're on the outside of St Stephen's Chapel and we're just going around the corner to the chancel end. And I'm going to walk away from here so you can get a decent view. Just scan around very quickly first. You probably can't see it from here, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. But in the far distance is the Bures Dragon, and if I come to the rear, you can see the back of St Stephen's Chapel. Then if we go over here, this apparently is the exact spot that King Edward was crowned king. Just a sign for you. Go the other way, I'll take you and show you the front of the chapel. It's a really beautiful day today, it's very windy though. Probably not the best weather to video. That noisy pump generator is still going. You see this site here is on private land and we are only here because they consent it, and so I'm grateful for the fact that we can get to the chapel. There's a private house next door, as you can see, and here is the front end of the chapel. Go forward. This would be the entrance that we came from earlier. Now I fancy a walk down to the River Stour, and I hope that you want to follow us down there as well. It's going to be windy, so I won't be saying very much until we actually get there, because I can imagine it's going to be far too blustery walking down the hill. Should we walk down there? She's a lot more enthusiastic than I am, but I'm going to actually do it. We're going to wander down to the floor of the valley and actually look at the River Stour. Should we go down to look at the Stour? Yeah? I know, you've done it before. What's it like?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's very wild.
No.
But it's a long one.
And how about you, Poppy? Are you looking forward to this? Oh, we'll go down, follow that path down there. And so we're off. Now here there's no wind at all, is there?
No.
And yet just up there on the top of the hill it's so blustery. It's obviously why they got the generator. I mean they couldn't run the house, power from the house, could they? None of this quite makes any sense, does it? It's really beautiful being out here on the Suffolk countryside. Well, actually, across the other side of the river is Essex, which is my home county. What on earth? Can you translate that for us, please, honey?
Regione dell'Umbria, comunità montana, Montepeglia e Selva di Mena. Demanio regionale di... This is a Umbria region, which is up in the mountains in Italy, and this is a it's forbidden to hunt. It says divieto means it's forbidden to hunt. I just don't understand what it's doing here. This is I think they've been on a holiday.
It's enamel, so it's been
And,
taken from there. And,
yeah.
So basically, it's a sign
they stole
saying
an official sign.
in the Umbrian region you can't hunt.
No.
Okay, so no hunting. Okay, well, makes sense. Lucky you understand Italian.
That's strange, sir. Why would you put it in Italian?
I know, because I knew you were coming down here.
That's strange.
It's handy, you see, when you can speak Italian. We keep coming across a lot of stuff in Italian,
I know.
don't we?
Yeah.
Including fake Italians.
It's a lot of those.
Oh, that guy, that was the cafe, wasn't it, in the coffee bar
Be
we went
careful,
to.
there's quite
Yeah,
a
I can
few
see the
holes
hole.
in here.
It was the coffee bar we went to in Cambridge.
Yes.
And he said that when you spoke to him in Italian, he looked at you in surprise. I think he was actually quite shocked. And what did he tell
You
you?
were shocked. Well, he didn't say anything in Italian. He just said in English.
There you go.
He-
I was born in London,
Enfield or
still
something.
keeping in character.
Yeah, still
Yeah.
keeping with the fake
Yeah,
accent.
the fake accent. I was
Bobby.
born in Enfield, and
Yeah,
I was not brought up with the language.
Yeah.
No.
which doesn't make any sense. Why would you have an accent then?
He looked the part. Well, you thought he was Syrian, didn't you?
I thought initially I thought he was Italian,
Yeah.
and then as we were having our cappuccino and the sweets, I heard him at the end speak in some Arabic language, not Italian. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, when we leave now, I have to trick him and see exactly what's his excuse for not speaking Italian, because I knew he wasn't going to speak Italian, but he just acts Italian. And it's funny because the customer before, he was saying what a delicious pizza it was, and he was talking to this customer as if he was an Italian that made the pizza. And
I know.
That's
I
quite
know.
funny,
He's just
actually.
playing the act all the way
Yeah,
through,
yeah.
wasn't he? And everything was
was-
rigidly enforced. Everything was Italian,
Yeah,
strictly
yeah.
Italian.
Everything. They even had regional produce from Italy, which is quite rare. I found some things, and I told you. I said, "Wow, look at this! They even, they got
Yeah.
it from their own place
know.
where they live." No, it was just a big charade.
It was a fake man.
Yeah, he would have won the Oscars, I can tell you, for that
No,
acting.
we should try and do this professionally. We should go to cafes
Yeah.
that pretend that they're Italian and then catch
Yeah.
them out at the end, shouldn't we? Yeah. Oh, and Poppy's down. She's down. Poppy's down. Poppy's down on the ground. She's had one of her rollovers. Come on. It's beautiful down here. So this is well, it looks like a lake here, doesn't it?
It looks like, but it's a river.
It's just a river that's been widened.
It's been widened.
Come on.
Oh, we can go a little closer. She's not gonna...
Well,
I'm keeping an eye on her.
look at this view across here. The hill that we've just come down. And we're going back. We're actually walking along the edge of the River Stour on the Suffolk side, of course. And of course, not too far is the Essex side. And this part of the Essex-Suffolk border along the River Stour is some of the finest countryside in East Anglia. Absolutely stunning. Can we go in there?
Yeah, we can jump over that.
Uh-uh.
There's a natural.
We'll definitely have to put on the lead then.
But no, let's go the other way. No, not this way because it's like there's no way for her to cross over. We have
Okay,
another way.
okay.
Poppy,
Come on, we're going to go this way, Poppy.
you keep on walking.
So yes, I'm really pleased that we came out here this afternoon. And of course I wanted to show you what St Stephen's Chapel looks like when it's not been filmed for a production. It'd be really cool if during that short time that we were there that we actually picked up something on camera inside the chapel. But of course I won't hold my breath on that one. It always happens when you least expect it, doesn't it? But where's the other two? Here they come. Here comes the poppy beast. Oh yes, you can hear the birds. Yep, there's lots of things there for Poppy to go wild about. I'll tell you what though, it didn't seem to be at first. It seemed to be too cold to go walkies, isn't it? But it's turned out quite nice. Oh, what's that, Poppy?
And it will be an opening at a big tree. It takes a lot.
Organic honkers. Now, can you imagine right now, I think Eddie would have loved to have been here. But it would have been a struggle for you, Eddie, to come down that hill. Because there's plenty of wildlife here. So hopefully I can capture some on camera today. Let's have a look and see what we got here.
Or we can continue straight.
Let's have a look here first.
Oh, let's
No, I'm just standing here with the camera. Bobby's had a drink.
We can pass over there. See?
And you can see the swell. I mean, this river really has a strong swell in it. It's very, very damp water. And we have to go up here. It's very dark here, so it's not going to be too bright for you. I hope the geese are warning everybody. As you expect geese to. It's a shame the sun's gone. Whoops, that's broken. I'm not going in there. I think this lifts up, doesn't it? Come on, Poppy. Come on. Bye bye, Poppy. Oh, she's dreadful. Just put it down. That's it. That's it. What a shame the sun's gone in. Isn't that all the ways to the way that when you want to go and show something to people, you can't actually show it because the sun's gone. We might be lucky before we go. So this is actually the River Stour, where it's been widened into a large pond, really. It's a shame that it's a shame that
Yeah.
Why?
Let's see.
think the sun's gone for a good half an hour. Let's wander up here anyway. Probably doing her thing along the back. The geese are keeping out of their way. It's such a lovely view here. It really is. It's beautiful. Whoops. Yeah, don't go there. You need to come right out here.
Yeah.
Where is it, Poppy? It's okay. Anyway, you probably can't hear me, but I'm just giving you one more scan. Then I'm going off camera for a little bit to wait and see whether the sun will come back before we leave. And here it is, folks. Here the sun has come back and here is the water. This is the River Stour. And that was it in the light, I'm afraid. Now we're going to go to a weir, which Oana discovered the other day. The geese aren't very happy that we're here, but ready?
Yeah, she refuses to walk, and she keeps on lifting her paw.
How far is the weir from here?
Well, we cross through there. There's like, you see that?
Well,
We
do you
go
want to
up.
go over there with the camera and do it?
Yeah,
I'll
I
stand
can.
here with Poppy. It's recording now. And you can tell them what you're doing.
Oh, I'm not gonna. Okay, I guess I can try and tell you guys what I'm doing. So I'm trying to get to the other side in a lazy way. There's two ways to get to see the dragon. One, it's the normal footpath, which is quite long, and the other one is this shortcut, which I discovered while I was walking with Poppy, which sadly now it's full of nettles, so it's a bit painful for her, but I'll do my best and get as close as I can. You can see that this is not a classical footpath, it's just a lazy woman's walk, you can say. They have a lovely fountain. Well, it's not a fountain, sorry, it's a waterfall. It's like a mini waterfall here, and I believe the stones that they've used for it, it was written somewhere. There it is, there's a sign. That's quite nice. There's a marker which says this. Series of 1,000 dreams. And this was made after Katsushika Hokusai Yorofalls 1833. It says there, I'm not sure if you can see that. Quite nice actually. Isn't this just beautiful? When the sun comes out, it changes everything. Now, they're obviously doing some work. Let's see. they're doing some work here, so they have closed the road that was taking the shortcut towards the dragon. I'm not sure which way I should go to show you guys. I'll do my best and find a way. Let's see. I think I managed. Here we are. Isn't it just beautiful? When I was here last time, there was no sheep and you could actually walk in, but I'm afraid now I still could go in, but I'm not gonna take the chance. I don't want to scare the animals. And they have babies as well. They have little lambs and it's just so cute. See if I can. Mind you, I'm not Chris, so I don't have a an eye for these things to know which way to film, but I will do my best. There it is. It looks massive when you look at it from the other side, the dragon. It just feels as if it looks smaller when you get close to it, if that makes any sense. It should be the other way around, shouldn't it? Here we are. This isn't very nice, but it's necessary. All this work they're doing. Sometimes we forget that places need to have works done and maintenance. We were trying to visit a castle and it was closed for maintenance, and that isn't very nice, but then again, that is how they managed to keep these places going for the future generations. So it's just small sacrifices. There's could you call this a waterfall? I'm not even sure if you can call it a waterfall because it is so small. And now we're going back. A lot of trees have fallen because we had really bad winds some days ago. They were really bad. They weren't as bad as the ones I think it was 2 months ago when we had the big ones. But what the big one hasn't taken down, the one 2 days ago surely did. So you see those trees which have fallen. You would not want to take a stroll in the forest when the wind starts here. And like I said, the sun changes everything. I'm not sure if the sun changes our perception of the surrounding areas or it just changes our mood. I'm not sure which one of the two. But there you go. I'll pass you over to Chris now. You may thank the gods for me.
Put the camera on me.
There you go.
Put the camera on me.
Oh, there you go.
I was actually worried that something had happened to her. She'd gone for ages, but no doubt you've enjoyed your chat with them. But the sun's come out again. It's just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll hand you over to Poppy, and I might actually be able to get some filming of the water area in sunlight.
I couldn't cross over to. They have the sheep on the field today, which they didn't last time. So obviously I couldn't open the gate because they have hundreds of sheep with lambs.
Well, I can tell you those geese have been forced to move into the field because of Poppy. Every time I put the camera onto the water, the light goes out. There it comes again. Let's see if it will come one more time.
Look at that view with the sun.
I know, you don't see it with this, unfortunately.
No.
It's just too far in the distance. But you can see that belt of light, and it's slowly creeping this way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here it comes. Am I getting excited? No. This is about as best as it's going to get. Okay, let's go back. Let's head for the hills. Literally.
Literally.
I hope you enjoyed this little visit, and hopefully soon another video. Anyway, speak to you again soon.